I'm at the Vans Warped Tour, and I'm sitting down with Echosmith, and how do I say this so it doesn't sound awkward? I love you guys.
Okay.
We love you too.
We love
That's
you too.
fine.
It's
We
mutual.
love you too.
Oh, it's mutual. Listen to you. Watch out. Keep him on that side of the couch. Yeah, now I got awkward.
That's it.
Echosmith, for me, here's where I have to say that I love you guys, and that I feel like I don't know, like an extra sense of love. I interviewed you guys last year when you were here at the Vans Warped Tour. We sat down and we talked about the fact that you guys are all part of the same family. We talked about kind of being on here on the tour, and when you guys left, got a lot of music that day. I got a lot of music from most of the bands that came by. They were like, hey, check this out. Maybe you guys can play it or whatever. And most of that music ended up in my garbage can. I listened,
Naturally.
Yeah, I listened on my way home, and I went, nah, that's not something I like. I get where it's coming from for people. I get why people would like it, but it's not my thing. But a CD that kept with me throughout the year, and that I have actually told people about, was Echosmith. And so...
Yes.
So for me, I remember rolling Cool Kids for my family and for people last year going, this is great. And people are like, yeah, this is great. Who is this? And I said, well, it's Echosmith. And they go, I haven't heard of them yet. Then now flash forward to about, I want to say 3 weeks or a month ago, and I'm driving, and it's like, I know, wait a minute, this is Echosmith and Cool Kids on the radio, and I love it.
Thank you.
So congratulations on the success. Talk where we've been from last year doing the Vans Warped Tour to where we're at now, because it just seems like you guys, you're great. I don't think the talent is any different, but now it seems like everyone just is starting to recognize what I feel like I saw last year.
Yay! Yeah, it's been an awesome experience to watch people start to catch on, slowly but surely. And we've been doing this for a while, so obviously we're very appreciative of everything that's come from it, even though it has taken a few years.
How long are we talking when you say a few years?
6 or 7 years ago we started playing together.
Okay.
So, it took, we're all different people now, so, there's a lot of transitions that were necessary, and that did happen. So I'm glad that it took that long. But it was very cool to see from last year to this year, even just looking at Warped Tour and seeing the same places we were playing last year being so much bigger, and not just the numbers being bigger, but the passion growing also. So, we've done tons of tours since, and lots of, headlining or opening up for other bands and things like that, all in the mix of it, and now it's starting to really change, which is awesome.
Has there been a moment over the last year where you're like, this is getting real? Like there was one particular thing where it was like, this is a change. This is like nothing we've ever experienced before. What was it?
Yeah, there's been a lot of little things that have happened. It's been a gradual thing over the past year, but a big wow moment was we got to do Conan a little bit before we started Warped Tour, and that was our first late night national TV spot that we've ever done. And to go in, we've seen so many bands that we love on Conan, and we're all fans of the show, and to actually be a part of it and be part of the programming on the show, and people are watching it just like they would any other night, and we're a part of it, was a pretty amazing moment. And meeting Conan and all the guys there, and they're all super friendly. It's been weird to for things like that, or hearing us on the radio when you don't expect it. Just things that we do anyways. We watch Conan, or we listen to the radio, and for us to be starting to be in the mix of those kind of things is really bizarre, but really amazing too.
Has there been anything that, as this has started to, as you guys see doing Conan, and now you guys are topping charts and some of that stuff, has there been a change of thought of all right, you guys, let's buckle up. We need to make sure that we're doing this, or has there been an extra level of I don't want to say safety, but where you guys are just all right, keep arms and legs inside. Here we go. This is going.
Yeah, it's funny because people would tell us all the time, soon you're never going to be home. And I'm like, haha, that's funny. That probably won't ever happen.
Sure.
And it's funny to look at our calendar now as we're on Warped Tour. More and more things are getting booked. And we're seeing that we literally are home for, I think it's 4 days in August, maybe 5 in September, and things like that, and seeing how we're never going to be home and how that's come true. And the sign that we're so busy and never ever going back to LA probably is a sign of growth in the fact that it's, at least ramping up now. And, I'd rather be a busy band than a bored band.
Sure.
So that's a good sign, I would say.
Where you guys are all in the same family, though, are there other siblings, or is it just the four of you?
It's only
guys?
us four.
So your parents are like, yeah, get him famous. We don't want him home. Let's empty nest this sucker. I don't want to live him with us anymore. You guys are gone. Or do they come with you guys?
They actually come with us. So they're very supportive and have been supportive all along and have let us really just do our own thing and just kind of been, I don't know, I guess how you'd want it to be, just supportive parents.
Well, I mean, is there ever a thought that, or are they part of the management structure where they'll always be with you, or will they at some point be like, listen, you guys go. We're gonna head up to Homestead, and we'll be ready for you guys when. You know what I'm saying? Is there?
Yeah, I mean, right now, I mean, they actually help out with like tour managing, production managing, and probably down the road they probably won't want to do that and not have to tour all the time. And we don't know when that time will come. And it's just right now we're doing it the way we do, and we'll kind of keep adjusting as time goes on. And we know they'll always be very supportive, and you know what that will look like in the future, no one really knows. But I think you know, just right now they're enjoying being on the road with us, and they're helping out and. You know, we're not like a really huge band where we can afford to have like a whole bunch of crew and everything. Sure. So, I don't know. You know, as things keep growing, we'll kind of keep adjusting.
Is it one of those things where you know how parents kind of get a little stagey, like stage parents a little bit?
Right.
Are they ever like, you know, Sydney? You did really great tonight, but your posture was a little, you know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
Is there, you know?
Are you trying to say something?
No. I'm just saying.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry. Is my mom around? Is my mom watching right now? Because
Mom, no look.
But do they ever say things are like, you know, on that last number, you maybe should try? Is it any of that kind of stuff?
It's nothing too crazy, thank God, because I know that a lot of parents can be crazy with that, and we've been very fortunate to have our parents be supportive, but also at the same time, they do give us constructive criticism, you know, if we need to know it. And if I'm making some weird face when I sing, I want to know, you know, and they will tell me. So I'm glad for that, but it's not like every time I make a mistake, they'll say something, because they know that I know how to monitor myself, and we all know how to do that ourselves. You know, I know if I sang weird, you know, and if I messed up a note, they don't need to tell me every time. And if anything, they're just there for support and to help us out in the long run. And, you know, if they help me stop a habit of making some weird face when I sing, I'm so happy for that. That hasn't happened yet. That's the only example I can think of that I would be very like, okay, thank you for telling me.
Is someone going to tell her about the weird face that she's been making during this interview?
Stop it!
Yeah. Well, it's an uncomfortable subject.
Yeah. We don't really know how to talk about it.
It's too weird.
Any sort of weird dynamics with it still being family? Is that ever challenging?
I mean, it's an adjustment, of course. I mean, like, in every band we ever met, they develop a family aspect, and I think it's a thing that just happens when you're on the road with people a lot. And yeah, it's been a cool thing and a challenging thing, but I think people get in their mind the idea of a family road trip, and it's just like what we're doing is an endless family road trip. And the big difference for us is that we're all working, and we're not just like being forced to be put in a car together, and like we're all doing it by choice, and we're all like working towards a common goal. So it's a different aspect than being on like a 2-year road trip. You know, we're all actually working, and we're all kind of on the same, like when we're all like working, we're all working together. When we all want to relax, we're all relaxing together. And that's what's so hard about road trips and things like that, is that, you know, someone's like wanting to relax while someone else is like super hyped up, and then it's just like, so we've learned how to adjust over the years. We still have our moments, but as time has gone on, we learn more and more how to do it.
I can't wait, because it seems like the road trip is just starting to begin, and to feel like I'm kind of in the car with you guys is super cool. So best of luck to you guys. I wish that I could be one of the cool kids as well. So hopefully that works out for me, and thank you so much. Thanks for coming by, you guys.